The leader, දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.
Ranil begins resetting the game as part of the game. A presidential election is the main topic at popular political talk shows. In the meantime, unannounced operations are ongoing to select and prepare the candidates. Ranil, as well as Anura Kumara, have already announced their intentions. Although Sajith is said to be the SJB candidate, an idea of a common candidate is taking shape among the now divided opposition. Looks like Dulles is their choice. In any case, certain politicians have calculated that the hostility and disappointment of President Ranil will build up stronger in the future. In such a scenario, some hopefuls have started saying that Ranil will not contest. A party leader-level political recluse has met several self-styled liberals and told them so. He also said that Sajith will lose badly, and that it will be unavoidable that the JVP comes to power, and that it has already got retired officers and infiltrated the military, and that it is going to bring retired top police officers together too. Also, that if the JVP comes to power, they will not be able to enjoy their liberal lifestyle and will have to face the bullet. He reminded them about the 1988 to 1989 period and frightened them to good effect. After creating a JVP fear psychosis, he has got into what he has come for. This is big trouble. What should we do? Asked one of the liberals. If you support me, I am ready to take up the challenge. This is the last chance for us all, he replied. Another liberal asked, so, what is the game plan? Everything is set beautifully. By January, the new front will be formed. When Ranil says he will not contest, they will have no one to field. All those big talkers will avoid it. Then, I can take it into my hands, he explained very confidently. Meanwhile, Colombo University's senior lecturer, Sumith Chaminda, says the following in his political column about political show and Wickramasinghe's political games. At the recent UNP convention, the president said a presidential election will take place as scheduled toward the end of next year. He also mentioned a general election that will follow. But, to use a popular psychoanalytical quote, the question here is, if you truly are going for a presidential election, why do you say you are going for a presidential election? A piece of advice and example by J.R. Jayawardena, who was Wickramasinghe's political guru and the closest friend of his father, Esmond Wickramasinghe, is that you should never reveal to anyone what you are going to do in politics. It appears by his conduct that Wickramasinghe follows that to the letter. Since last year's Aragalaya came to nothing, the president has made an outstanding achievement, that he has come to possess the ability to decide the day's political agenda. American political scientist Robert Dahl said if A has power over B, to the extent that he can get B to do something that B would not otherwise do. He recognized the agenda of matters that are to be decided by means of the democratic process is a critical phenomenon. Another of his kind, Ernesto Laclau, said why constructing a people is the main task of radical politics. The one who sets and changes the rules is within the political, the most radical of all. Since becoming president, what Wickramasinghe does is not playing political games, but changing game rules to put his opponents into unexpected difficulties. In video gaming parlance, when other competitors are playing well or are preparing for the game, what Wickramasinghe does is resetting the game. His statement about an impending election should be considered in light of his game of game resetting. Those are the words of senior lecturer Sumith Chaminda. Does it mean that when all else prepare for a presidential election, will Ranil go for a general election around April? Only Ranil knows it for sure.